Who will be football's next GOAT? Lewandowski, Mbappe, or Haaland? The title of greatest of all time in football is both a badge of immortality and the ultimate recognition of a player's magnificence. Whether it's Pelé, Maradona, or the legendary duel of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, each era had its own rightful heir to this crown. But with Messi and Ronaldo's dominance approaching its twilight, a burning question remains. Who will claim the throne next? The conversation centers around three standout names: Robert Lewandowski, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland. They reflect different eras, skills, and styles, but all share one thing in common: the potential to be the next face of footballing greatness. So who truly deserves to be the next GOAT? Let's break it all down. Before diving into the candidates, let's reconsider what it even means to be the GOAT in football. Is it all about trophies, raw statistics, the versatility to dominate every area of the pitch? Or is it an intangible quality, the ability to inspire, influence, and electrify millions worldwide? To call someone the greatest of all time, certain key pillars come into play. Consistency, legacy, and impact are all part of the debate. The ultimate GOAT candidate needs to not only excel on the pitch, but leave behind a legacy that fans, players, and history will never forget. Now let's see how Lewandowski, Mbappe, and Haaland stack up against these expectations. Robert Lewandowski is no stranger to greatness. Over the last decade, the Polish striker has cemented himself as one of football's most consistent and complete players. Few can match his perfect combination of technique, finishing, and composure. But the big question is, does he have what it takes to be remembered as a GOAT? Lewandowski's resume speaks for itself. From dominating the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich to his recent move to Barcelona, he has been a force to reckon with. He's won Champions League titles, domestic leagues, golden boots, and individual accolades like FIFA's best player. To date, his goal-scoring record rivals some of the greatest in football history. But there's more to Lewandowski than just numbers. His ability to score in the biggest matches, orchestrate attacks, and even drop deeper to link play shows his all-rounded nature. He's far from being just a poacher. Yet one thing sets Lewandowski apart from our other candidates: he might already be past his peak. At 35, time isn't on his side. He's established his legacy, yet some feel it may never stretch into GOAT territory because he's always played a step behind Messi and Ronaldo during their prime era. Is he just an incredible striker born in the wrong generation? Or is there still time for him to rewrite his story? At the very least, Lewandowski doesn't need to prove his brilliance. But can he ever reach that transcendent GOAT status reserved for footballing immortals? That's a question many fans disagree on. And now, let's move to the younger, more dynamic contenders for that crown. If raw ability and flair could win the GOAT debate, Kylian Mbappe might already have his name engraved on the throne. At just 24, the French forward has achieved what many players can only dream of over an entire career, and he's done it with electrifying brilliance. Mbappe burst onto the scene in 2018, dazzling the world with his speed and clinical finishing during France's World Cup win. At 19, he became the youngest World Cup final scorer since Pelé. But he didn't stop there. Since then, he has continued to dominate with PSG, smashing records and racking up Ligue 1 titles. His style of play is what makes him so special. Mbappe's pace is terrifying for defenders, and his trickery on the ball feels almost untouchable. Add his scoring ability and adaptability, whether on the wing or as a striker, and you've got a player capable of leading club and country for years to come. But Mbappe's journey isn't without its challenges. Despite his success with PSG, critics argue that he hasn't been tested enough in tougher leagues. Many fans question whether his brilliance will hold up in, say, the Premier League or La Liga. Additionally, while Mbappé has achieved phenomenal individual stats, he lacks the longevity of someone like Messi or Ronaldo. The GOAT isn't just about starting young, it's about sustaining greatness season after season for over a decade. Will Mbappe's career rise sky high, or will he buckle under the immense weight of expectations? Only time will tell. Mbappe's trajectory feels promising, but he has competition breathing down his neck in the form of a certain Norwegian goal machine. Towering, unstoppable, and highly efficient, Erling Haaland might just be the purest representation of a natural striker football has seen in the modern game. At 23, he already looks destined to shatter records that have stood for decades. But does being a prolific goal scorer automatically translate into being the next GOAT? Haaland's stats are almost too good to believe. Whether playing at Borussia Dortmund, Salzburg, or now Manchester City, he's redefined what it means to score at will. His instincts, strength, and ability to get into scoring positions make him one of the deadliest players on the planet. Winning the Premier League Golden Boot and breaking the single-season scoring record during his debut season at Manchester City proves he's not just hype, he's already a force to be reckoned with. Watching Haaland in motion is like witnessing a perfectly oiled footballing machine. Everything is sharp, direct, and effective. Yet some fans argue Haaland might be too one-dimensional to be crowned the next GOAT. He's brilliant within his role, but doesn't seem to offer the same versatility as someone like Messi or Mbappé. In many ways, his style feels more reminiscent of a traditional number 9 whose sole job is to score. Another key question is whether Haaland can maintain his early dominance for 10, 15 years. The GOAT isn't just someone who shines for a few seasons, it's someone who stays at the very top for an entire generation. Will Haaland expand his skill set and add more layers to his game? Or is he destined to plateau as just a goal machine? To settle this debate, comparing Lewandowski, Mbappé, and Haaland against categories defining greatness is essential. Trophies. Lewandowski has the upper hand when it comes to career silverware, while Mbappé edges him on the international stage with a World Cup. Haaland is just starting to build his trophy cabinet. Impact. Mbappe's electrifying play style and World Cup heroics arguably make him the most captivating. Haaland dominates in efficiency, while Lewandowski's influence at Bayern is legendary. Consistency. This is where Lewandowski shines. But can Mbappé and Haaland sustain similar levels for the next decade? Legacy in the making. Mbappé already feels like a brand beyond football. Haaland, meanwhile, quietly lets his goals speak. Each player has unique merits, but their career narratives are still unfolding, making the verdict all the more complicated. Here's the thing about being the GOAT. It's not all about stats and trophies. There's an aura, a magnetism that transcends the sport. It's the ability to inspire millions, to bring a sense of wonder and magic every time you step on the pitch. Does Lewandowski have that larger-than-life aura? While respected, he may lack the fan frenzy seen around Messi or Ronaldo. Mbappé feels like he has the superstar allure, young, marketable, and already a global icon. Haaland, in contrast, seems laser-focused on football and less interested in being the face of the sport. But will fans demand that off-the-pitch charisma from him? It's these intangibles driving a narrative beyond football that could ultimately decide who takes the GOAT mantle next. The debate over football's next GOAT is far from settled. Robert Lewandowski brings a legacy defined by consistency and accomplishments. Kylian Mbappe offers the flash, excitement, and promise of generational greatness. Erling Haaland represents the cold, calculated efficiency of the modern game. Maybe the real beauty of this discussion lies in its subjectivity. Each fan will prioritize different qualities, trophies, records, influence, or style. And maybe, just maybe, the next GOAT will surprise us, coming from somewhere outside this trio. So now we turn to you, football fans. Who do you believe has the best shot to become the next GOAT? Are you Team Lewandowski, Team Mbappe, or Team Haaland? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let the debate begin. Enjoyed the content? Show some love, like, share, and subscribe to stay inspired. Thanks for watching.